Today on The Struggling Guitarist, I'm going to struggle through Spoonman by Soundgarden. Let's get started. Ooh, okay, I am excited for this next song. This is good stuff. Now here's a bit of trivia for you. This song was written for a street performer named Artist the Spoonman. Now, he played the spoons on the streets of Seattle and was actually pretty famous for it. He had also traveled and done a lot of other gigs as well. Now, the part you may not know is that Chris Cornell made a cameo, a short piece, in the movie Singles. And the main character of that movie had a demo solo tape with 5 songs, I believe. One of the songs on it was named Spoon Man. Well, when Chris Cornell saw the tape, he decided to write real-life songs to those same song titles. Well, here we are, Spoonman by Soundgarden. This is awesome, awesome stuff. Let's get started. Now let's get started with the main riff. So it starts here, up on the 10, and then we'll slide to the 12. What we're going to be doing here is we're actually going to be playing these 3 strings here for a nice deep sound. Oops, before I get started, I need to note I am in drop D tuning. I'm sure you guys all know this, but just in case, drop D tuning is I've taken my regular tuning, it's all the same with the exception of my big E. I've lowered that down to a D. It just gives it that heavier metal sound. It's not uncommon. You'll run into it a lot. But it's just that simple. It's the 1 string tuned down. What we're going to do is we're going to slide from the 10 to the 12. And then we're going to do 3 strums. We're going to go back to 10. Back to 12. Go down to the 7. Same 3 strings. Then we're going to go to the 5. Then we're going to go to the 7. Then we're going to go to the 3. Then we're going to do an open on those strings. Then we're going to do a 3 to the 5 slide. And then 3 opens. So let's try that again. So one thing I want to point out here is I'm doing alternate strumming. I'm sure being metal it wants me to play all these with downstrokes. Not necessarily, but that's the way I feel. Dun, 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 dun. It gives a nice strong sound when you do that. However, I can't do it fast enough to keep up with the song, so I'm doing the alternate strumming. Now, my alternate strumming's all over the place, so don't copy me on it, but do whichever way feels best for you, in my opinion. But let's play that one more time, a little bit faster. You're done with the intro section. Let's move on. So for this next part, I was really debating whether or not to include it with the last section. It is identical in the beginning, it's just the ending changes. So you're going to start exactly the same way. You're going to slide from the 10 to the 12. And then, instead of going to that 7, like we were just doing, you're actually going to go down to the 5. Now, that's really the only difference here. One secret here is, yes, you're holding this, you're letting it resonate, but you mute the strings a fraction bit before you start the next riff. You'll hear it in the song. But yeah, see how that works? It's so similar, but it is different enough. I wanted to separate it. Anyway, we're making great progress. Let's move on. Now on to the second riff, which is really big in this song. This is also the sloppiest for me, man. It depends. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm completely with it. I'm muddy or I'm just dragging behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up here on the 5 and the 3, and we're going to do pull-offs. Now, the trick here is the thing I definitely do is when I do a pull off, I am also pulling down on this string and it's warping the sounds of my D string here. That's not good. I'm trying, I'm really trying, but when I get excited, I get fast, I get sloppy, and I start pulling this down, and you'll hear the pitch change. But in a perfect world, you're gonna pull off from the 5. You're gonna do that 3 times. At this point, you're gonna pull off your index finger as well. Then 5, we're gonna hold it, then 3. Then we're gonna jump down to 2 strings below, to the 5 and the 3 there, and we're gonna do another pull off. Then we're gonna go up 1 string to the 5 and the 3. We're gonna do a 5-3 open pull off. Now remember to keep muting every time you pull off, mute the strings below it. Now you'll end up doing that 4 times through. So. See, I hosed it. Anyway, let's keep moving. This one is very similar to what we just did, so you're really not going to have any surprises here. But once again, it was different enough, I figure it needs to be separated on its own. So there's one part in the middle of the song where the guitar cuts out, and there's a cool bass part that goes for 4 bars. It's one of 2 big sections where the guitar cuts out. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna scoot down to the 2nd string here. We're gonna do the 5-3 pull off, just like we did last time, including when you do the 5-3 open after the 3rd time. And at this point, we are gonna come and we are gonna put our finger down and we're gonna cover all these 3 strings on the 5. And then you do it a 2nd time. And then it goes right back into the song. Congratulations. You've learned everything you need to know to play Spoonman. So thanks for helping me struggle through another amazing song. Chris Cornell really was unbelievable. He will be missed. This is good stuff. So thank you for being here and watching my channel. I hope this helps you out. I know I'm getting better. I can feel it. Us working together like this, it's fantastic. I honestly appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time on The Struggling Guitarist. One more time. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.